I'll call him for, I've just got Yari here at Chundam. Kapitän, jag var inte ju på den handling för de här pågått. Men så jag har thinking about in Gala, but Shambi, Yari is. Okay, more. Can I do that?
Yeah, just put in info. I'm just looking at this. It's not often we actually get such a spectacular setting for looking at lions. Obviously, Sabi Sands, this general area of the low veld, is quite sort of thick bush veld. So to sit here and have such a lovely open grassland area, I mean, I'm just looking at the view behind it, lovely cloud and horizon in the back, is quite a treat. It almost feels like we could be somewhere in East Africa. So this is obviously quite special. Just look at that. Dramatic clouds, lush green grass. Even if you knew nothing about wildlife, you could look at this and appreciate it just for the sheer beauty of it. It's magnificent. Go. Pull in info. Sure. William. What a sight. I'm just asking whether these cubs are big enough now to help A, with hunting, and B, with protecting the pride against potential threats like the mapopos. Even the biggest young ones here, I'm looking at the smallest one, it's almost that one there we're looking at now. That's the smallest of the lot. A little lion like that would be no match against the adult lion. And even in a hunting scenario, it's still too small and weak, and definitely too inexperienced to help. So no, at the moment the lionesses, the 5 adults, are still sustaining both in terms of hunting and food as well as protecting the youngsters. Only here at about 2 years old really, they get strong enough to start hunting for themselves or to help the pride. Keep in mind, if I have the information correct, I couldn't see it clearly this morning, but that's what's been told to us by all the other guides. All these young ones are all males, so it's a coalition of 5 males. So when they reach about 2.5 years old, they will leave the pride and will then hunt for themselves for a number of years until they can rejoin or get their own pride or their own territory, and only then will they be able to utilize some of the food hunted by the females. Just quickly, it's a common fallacy almost, or misunderstanding about lions, that males don't hunt. It's not the case at all. Males hunt even once they have a pride. Statistically, the females will hunt more, just because the males often are off patrolling and so on. But yeah, this is possible. Put it this way, certainly if someone is writing a movie script about these lions, they would say that these lions will come back and revenge the death of their father and their brothers and sisters on the mapopos. It's not impossible. It's possible certainly down the line. Another 6 months or so, when they're old enough, 8 months, they leave the pride. 2 years old, live as nomads for another 3 to 4 years. So when they're about 5-6 years old, they could take over their own territory again. Not necessarily the Nkuhuma pride again, actually even unlikely. They might take out another area further away. Hopefully we'll be able to spread our eyes wide enough to be able to tell that story down the line. Okay, go. Hi, buka yung kashi ko. Hey, as we said, a couple more minutes. We might come back here again later on, depending on how these cats move. There's a few other vehicles that will make their way here as well. Let's enjoy a last bit of a view here. Bellies and sleeping. Oh, Nkuhuma there. Yeah, I'm expecting them. They'll probably start moving somewhere in the next half an hour to an hour as it gets darker and cooler. Interesting that they chose such an open area, and I think that could be partly with their sort of recent history, with having so much violence in their recent history, that they would want to be able to spot threats before they get around there. Darwin again? Yeah, just pull in. You've got his visual? I'm just going to sit another minute or two and I'll pull out, but yeah, just pull in wherever there's lots of space. See the curiosity there again. It's another vehicle that's coming this way. Nice bit of interaction there, just saying hi mum, making sure that the bonds are strong, bit of comfort as well. Got an awesome view right into the eyes there. A question from Ruth, asking how long it takes lions to get their manes. Obviously the young males we're referring to, these cubs. Ruth, that actually varies a lot depending on the, really a lot on the individuals to an extent, the genetics and the health of the animals, also how much food they have, and even stress can play a big role in that. So the Nkuhuma males have had a bad run in all those categories apart from the genetics maybe. They've had some tough times with food, they've had a lot of stress with, like I said, more than half the pride getting killed over the last year or so. And that's why you can hardly see any mane development. Even the bigger males I saw this morning didn't have much mane. If you look at the one just getting up there now, you can see a little bit of a sort of almost like a fluff around the neck. Now I have seen males, Pilansberg for instance, some of those males at the age of a year were about already the size or bigger than these ones are at about 18 months, and they already had a proper mane developing around the neck. Not a big black mane, but a mane nonetheless. It can vary quite a lot. Typically at about 2 years you can see the presence of a mane, and it's about 4 or 5 years old that the full mane is there. That can vary slightly. Ears flicking there the whole time for the insects. Let's have a last look at this one female pitch. She's just looking around the whole time. This morning also, she was the one that was, in my opinion at least, the most on guard the whole time, constantly looking around, and even doing the same now. You can see the others are all lying down flat. She's looking around. Oh, maybe deciding lying down flat is part of the jaw. Guys, what an awesome setting, what an awesome view.